And speaking of storms, take out your phone and scan this code on your screen to download the First Alert weather app. With storms still in the area to help you keep weather aware now and in the future, you can customize the alerts to only get notifications that matter to you. A developing story tonight. The Aiken County Coroner's Office says it made a mistake as a body was released to a funeral home and cremated when it should not have been. The incident has been reported to several agencies, including the Aiken County Attorney's Office, the South Carolina Coroners Association, the South Carolina Funeral Directors Association, and the Department of Labor Licensing and Regulation. The Coroner's Office says this all happened on Monday, with the mistake being discovered just yesterday. Your Kennedy Payne joins us live in studio and has been looking into this for us tonight. Kennedy, break down what you found out.
Well, we reached out to each of these agencies for more information. As of now, only SCLLR has responded. They tell us that any complaint filed with the State Board of Funeral Service is confidential under South Carolina law, and if one was filed, it could not be released. So how does something like this happen? We're on your side tonight breaking down the multi-step process of releasing a body from the coroner's office to the funeral home for cremation. According to South Carolina Code of Laws and SCLLR, releasing a body for cremation involves multiple steps of verification, especially when a coroner, funeral home, and crematory are all involved. Once the coroner is ready to release the body, they are required to place identification tags on the remains. These tags include the person's name, time of death, and a case number. It's also entered into an intake and release log, which is a legal record that tracks custody of the body. The next of kin then chooses a licensed funeral home to take over the process. That funeral home then coordinates directly with the coroner's office. Before cremation can happen, the funeral home must collect legal authorization from the next of kin. This is a cremation authorization form, and the coroner has to issue a cremation permit. No one can legally cremate a body without both of these documents. Once all of that paperwork is complete, the coroner issues a burial removal transit permit, which allows the body to be transported. The funeral director or staff signs the official log when taking custody of the body, and so does the coroner's staff. While the body is being transported to the funeral home, the ID tag stays with the body at all times. Before cremation, the funeral home is supposed to confirm the person's identity again. They typically do this with a photo or tag verification. It's a system designed to prevent mistakes, but as we saw in Aiken County, when one step breaks down, it can be a permanent and heartbreaking result for the family. And Coroner Daryl Abel says in part, quote, "This incident is very unfortunate and we are deeply remorseful to the family of the descendant. We accept full accountability for our portion of the incident." And he also says they are conducting a full internal review to determine exactly how this error happened and to make sure it never happens again. Right now, we do not know the name of the funeral home involved. We'll continue following this and bring you any updates on air and online as they continue to review the incident.
And Kennedy, thanks so much for digging into this for us. There's still so many questions that need to be answered, but we know you'll stay on top of it. Thank you. New tonight, GBI releasing details in a Emanuel County case that caught national attention. This is all in connection to the death of Zaria Carr in Emanuel County. And now the investigation shows Zaria was physically assaulted before being shot and killed by her husband, Shamarcus Carr. Officials say the dispute ended in a murder-suicide, with the argument being captured live on social media. The GBI is still investigating. To read about the full details on this case, you can head to our website, wrdw.com. The president spent much of his life. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office is searching for 2 women in unrelated missing person cases tonight. The Sheriff's Office number is on your screen now if you have any information on them. Deputies say 16-year-old Flora Robinson was last seen today around noon on Lumpkin Road. She was last seen walking away from Butler High School towards the Bernie Ward Community Center wearing dark plaid pajama pants and an unknown shirt. Deputies say she appeared to be very upset when she was last seen. They're also searching for 57-year-old Penny Black, who was recently evicted from her apartment. She had not been heard from after she was last seen on May 1st on Walton Way. Across the river in North Augusta, the Aiken County Sheriff's Office is searching for 57-year-old Rachel Black. The agency's number's on your screen. Family members say she was last seen on June 18th. She was known to be driving a white 2012 Chevy pickup with the South Carolina license number 2428PX. Authorities say she's 5 feet 3 inches tall. Again, if you see her, contact the Aiken County Sheriff's Office.
We are still tracking plenty of active weather out there for tonight. You can see the radar is very active, I'll say again, across our southern counties at the moment. Ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll talk about it in more detail coming up.
Plus, tonight we're hearing from a woman struck by lightning at Lake Murray yesterday. She describes the moment she was hit and how she feels now after the break.
At Parker's Kitchen, we go big, like our huge, crunchy, juicy, never frozen chicken tenders with an extra large serving of Parker's signature sauce. At Parker's Kitchen.
It's a great way to start your day with us. I'm Cliff Bennett.
And I'm Mary Klingler on Morning Mix.
Each day, we'll start you off by looking at the latest events.
And talking to the great people that make the CSRA the place to be.
Morning Mix, weekday mornings on News 12 and 26.
It's the best time to save. It's the best time.
Mikel, and there are cooling shelters around the CSRA open this week. Take out your phone, scan this code on your screen to see a full updated list on our website, wrdw.com. Those cooling centers cover Richmond County, Aiken, and Burke counties. Columbia County officials say there are no public cooling shelters, but the public facilities like the libraries are open during operating hours. And new tonight, the Orangeburg City Gym will be open from 9 to 5 as a cooling shelter. Also new, we're hearing from a woman who says she's lucky to be alive after lightning struck swimmers at Lake Murray yesterday with at least 20 people needing medical treatment. Next to me is drone video of the Dominion Energy public beach on Lake Murray where authorities say the scary situation unfolded. The Irmo Fire Department says it was the metal lines holding the buoys in the water that drew in the lightning strike. Naomi Papa spoke with a woman discharged earlier today.
Taken aback. Like, it took me a second to look off the ground. I was like, holy cow, like something happened.
A beautiful Tuesday afternoon, a blue sky and beating sun. That's what drew 22-year-old Taken Villiant and her family to the lake. Hours after their arrival,
And then all of a sudden, it was just a loud, like, it was like a very loud crash. It was like your ears rang, and then it was just the numbing feeling, and it was just kind of like, holy moly, like, you know what happened then.
what happened? According to the Irmo Fire District, lightning struck and hit the metal cable with buoys on it. They are there to keep swimmers and boaters separate from one another for safety.
So it was kind of like everything froze.
Sharp pains ran through Villiant's body.
When everybody came to realization, it was like everyone, like, one quick thing, everyone's got, like, rushing out the water.
Villiant saying it was chaos, children screaming, parents running, and uncertainty looming overhead. What she knew was that she needed to get checked out.
I started throwing up. Like, I'm like, something's wrong. Like, I really need something. And I was buckled in, and all I know is I heard him say we're 10 minutes ETA, and then it just went black. Everything just went completely black.
Villiant woke up after hours of testing. She needed to stay overnight because she had no feeling on the left side of her body.
It was very scary to know that I couldn't feel my body. I was like, my first thought was, am I paralyzed? Like, am I going to feel this again? Like, how am I going to live my life daily? How am I going to do things? So it was very scary to know, like, that was a possibility.
Thankfully, Villiant is out of the hospital with a different mindset about life.
I was just so lucky. Like, I feel so good to know that I'm here and I can see my nephews grow up, like, be born and grow up. I'm so happy. It was really scary.
What a frightening situation, and thankfully she is here. She's A-OK to tell us that situation and how it all unfolded. And listen to this, Mikel. Our sister station there spoke to experts who said more people being in the water gave the electricity more places to disperse to when it actually hit. And again, we're talking about 20 people there that had to be assessed. I mean, that's really frightening. Glad people are okay, but we know they did, of course, suffer some injuries.
Kind of like a hidden blessing amongst all of this just tragedy that occurred yesterday, but just thankful that nobody died from this situation, and just a painful reminder that whenever thunder roars to go indoors. I know some of the sayings that we say sound gimmicky and corny, but we say them so they can stick with you and prevent incidents just like we saw at Lake Murray yesterday. So take these warnings seriously in the future, even outside of tonight, but always stay indoors whenever a thunderstorm is coming towards your area, even if it's not a warned cell. It's important to do that, Zaina.
Absolutely, especially with storms in our area now. Thank you, Mikel, for that. And as we head to break, we're going to give you a live look from New York and your winning lottery numbers.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is going on now.